Hello!
Hello! Oh dear. It's happened again. God, sometimes.
I'm used to it now.
One day we might be professional.
Last stream went okay.
Yeah, that was a bit of a blip, wasn't it?
Hello Gianni, hope you're well. We're here to finish off Season 1 of our Indy Lights career. And hopefully...
we're going to win a championship!
Hopefully. There is chat.
I'm ready. I am prepared for this commentating.
Bam.
I'm ready.
Let us know if the stream lags a little bit. Haven't got the old Ethernet cable.
Glad you now hear us, Gianni. Glad you now hear us. We now hear you. No, we don't. Sorry, I got carried away. Don't know what I was thinking. Go from there. Right, I'm going to let Tara out because she wants to go.
The game should pop up
Bye,
momentarily. I don't know how to smooth over my trying to get Motorsport Manager to pop up on the screen.
There's nothing. We are just smooth criminals.
Smooth criminals.
Dun, dun, dun. We are going into the championship finale. I'm gonna win.
I wonder who's going to win the F1.
Sergeant, are you okay? Are you okay?
Any bets?
Are you okay, Sergeant?
Any bets?
Jeddah? Wow, they put in the Saudi Arabia. What a Grand Prix it was, right? Yeah, superb French Grand Prix.
Awesome.
But even better race at Road America. I couldn't believe it. I thought Road America might be a bit of an anticlimax after the French GP, but no, it was even better.
But no.
And fittingly, what a twist into, well, we could be competing against those guys in the IndyCar Championship and at places like Road America next year if we get the job done today.
What else I was going to say? Bets on who's going to win the F1 Championship in this game.
Max Verstappen.
Who do you think's done it?
Max Verstappen.
Max? He was strong on 5 Fantasy. But is he strong on
European Formula
F1 Manager?
No.
Lewis!
Lewis has smashed it.
56 points. I don't know how many... I think that's done. This is around 23 or 23. Maybe they got one more. But Lewis has one.
Wow. Smashed it. There you go. There you go.
Laguna Seca is where we finish off.
It's a preview on YouTube by Nico Rosberg, who has never driven an IndyCar before in his life.
Do we want to renew? Oh, we'll renew them after their final race performance, won't we?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Ooh, what track is this?
Hello, David. Hello, David.
Hey, David.
I want to bet that Mac's going to bring the title fight all the way up until Abu Dhabi. I really hope so. Oh, Hitachi. Surely we've got to go for Hitachi.
No, I think we have to go for Estrella.
Yeah, no, it does.
Galicia. Because we finished 4 for a month.
McLaren, isn't it? Estrella. Da 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 da. Red Bull? Or is it Juliuspa?
I think it's Juliuspa.
Okay, just checking. We got money in the bank.
Yeah, we're now financially sound.
All we needed was a couple of big sponsors. That's all we needed, Stephen. All we needed.
I don't actually know what our previous sponsor gave us, so I don't know if it's an upgrade or a downgrade.
I feel like it's an upgrade.
Yeah, let's say it's an upgrade.
Let's go upgrade. Can't wait for the 16th of July. Why is that, Gianni? It's on the 16th of July. Silverstone? Silverstone.
Silverstone?
Should know that, yeah.
Exactly.
16th to the 18th of July, I'm pretty sure.
So the 16th is a Friday.
Yeah, Friday practice. Is Gianni coming to Friday practice?
Oh, it could be something completely irrev.
Oh, F1 2021, right? Yeah, no, got you. That also makes sense. Should have kind of clocked on with you.
Good job.
I didn't know when it was coming out. Sorry, I've got a load of fluff on me because of Tara. I'm flushed
She
out.
didn't even stay.
She didn't even stay. She fluffed and run.
Fluff
It was a
and
fluff
run.
and run, everyone. It was a fluff and run.
Oh, look, it's Laguna Seca.
Oh yeah, there. No, it looks like Laguna Seca because desert.
Desert.
They probably should have used the Dubai one, shouldn't they? I think that would have been more
The
Laguna
final
Seca-y.
race. Oh,
Yeah. Well, if they were trying to, match up, maybe there's a limit. Maybe you had to have Doha as the season finale. I'm curious how it will run on the PS5. Extremely well would be my gamble.
this isn't Doha.
Is it not?
No.
What is it?
This is actually Dubai.
Is it? Or is it Qatar?
It's Laguna Seca. That's what
Yeah,
we know.
no, that's all we know. All we know is they're for now. No need for extra modification for the circuit, absolutely. They've got the corkscrew, definitely.
Yes.
Now we've got to rely on Stephen to set up the
I don't
car
think
well.
we've ever been
Now,
out
Oliver Askew has gone strong in the last races, but Logan Sargent won last time out, didn't he?
here. Yes, to bounce back.
Askew, if he'd been able to sign his contract in the first race of the season, could have
He
really
could have
been in the
this
title
fight,
fight to the end, because he's only about 30 points off.
Although he did have terrible form early doors.
He did do, but you score points in every position,
Yeah.
and he just wasn't finishing the races, and maybe he would have got onto the good stuff early.
Maybe he would have been in the title fight down to the wire. But
instead,
yeah.
it goes down to Logan Sargent
Bloody
and
hell.
Linus Lundqvist. Linus! Oh, I was talking about the it's okay. No need to extra modification to the circuit. Just get rid of the slow chicane before the hairpin. I was talking about the Yas Marina circuit. Absolutely, yep. And that's what looks like they're going. Luckily, the Super League is cancelled. Yes, Gianni. A bit late on that one, but yes. Yeah, good thing.
Get out there, Logan. Oliver, what can you tell me about your car?
Are the Netherlands through? Netherlands are through, aren't they?
I mean, they've been, bar Italy, one of the best teams in the groups.
Have they played yet?
They were 3-2, 3-0, 3-0, I think their group games are.
Wow, smashed it.
So, yeah.
Very good, very good. And yeah, it's the last group games today, isn't it?
I feel like they've... Did they play? I feel like they played on Monday.
They must have done.
Yeah, sorry, the last group games, yes. Yeah.
Happening in about half hour.
Yeah.
Haven't had the time to look at the newly revamped Abu Dhabi track. Give it a look, Gianni. Looks better. That's for sure.
They actually tried to improve the racing?
Dangerous. I mean, we've only been saying it for about a decade. It's nice that they, listened.
Let's bump that up again.
Psyching myself up. I'm ready. I am so pumped for
Bloody
the
hell.
season finale.
Oh, that looked like a yawn, though. I know.
No, it wasn't a yawn. It was a last grab for oxygen. The reason Ferrari was so strong in Monaco and Baku was also the reason they were so bad in France.
Yes.
Would you like to expand on that, David?
I know tyre, because isn't tyre wear not as bad, especially in Monaco? So they can kind of get away with a
Yeah.
setup.
Well,
that will...
they look like they've been bad on tyre wear all the time, and they would struggle with tyre wear in Baku, wasn't it?
Yes.
They've just got a chassis that's very hard on the tyres.
When is the setup? They go for a quali trim.
Hope for track position and then look to defend it. Unfortunately, on racetracks, you can get overtaken in DRS zones. Yeah, that was a real bad day for Ferrari. Really bad day. Tyre management, absolutely.
Oh, Oliver, right at the last.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's great. That's fine. Prony tops. Lundqvist was 4th.
Braden Eves was 2nd. David Malakas was 3rd, who was actually a winner in Indy Lights at the weekend at Road America.
Oh,
Just some
fun fact.
Just some fun real life facts for you.
Fun real life facts.
You know, not everything is virtual in this street.
Bloody hell.
Yep.
Okay.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
We just got our asses kicked. Still waiting for the next match in UEFA Euro 2020. Yep, it's just about to come. But here we go for qualifying at Laguna Seca. There's the corkscrew.
Sorry, do you want to do a walkthrough of the lap?
It's a
if I
short
slowed
lap.
it down?
Oliver Askew, he's setting purples through the sector 1. Now, as you see this incline up to the hill, into this 90-degree left-hander, into another 90-degree left-hander, it is a criticism of Laguna Seca. I don't think. And across the line, what a lap. 3rd sector, he's got pole. What a lap.
Well, he's got provisional.
Well, Peroni is 5/10 off. Yini is 5/10 off.
Oh, but Evan
Car.
Eves.
Look,
Eves is
Braden
gonna
Eves
take
looks
it.
quick. Braden Eves look quick. Logan Sargent, championship leader, can only get as high as 6th as it currently stands, but probably more importantly, ahead of championship rival Linus Lundqvist, who can only manage being 9th fastest at the moment. Oliver Askew's time was a very good, but Braden Eves just pulled out a special lap with only 0.06 of a second. Fanatics Racing, they're on the radio, they're saying they're going to leave it as late as possible.
Oh.
And they send out. Fanatics Racing are out. Go, go, go. It's going to be tight. They're going to be the last ones across the line. They made sure Logan Sargent went off, but Oliver Askew, the guy who was quickest, is going to have the final track time out there. Now, as Logan Sargent is warming up his tyres, he could only manage good tyre temperature, we're hearing on over the radio message. And Oliver Askew, his teammate, could manage perfect. That may be the difference in times, but can Logan Sargent improve? As we go through Sector 1, it's going to be a tight. This could be key. Remember, Linus Lundqvist has gone quicker. Maintain 9th position. Sargent is going to need to improve his time. He doesn't. He is slower. He is 2/10 slower than what he was originally. He's going to need an incredible Sector 2. Kirkwood goes faster again. Askew is now bumped down to 6th, and neither of them have gone quicker. This is not the track condition. They've gone slower. Again, Fanatics Racing are going to have it all to do in the race. It's slower,
over.
6/10 off. He could be... He's outside the top 10.
But what's this? Oliver!
He set a purple in Sector 2. He goes across the line.
Oh!
Pole position. Oliver Askew. What a last 2 sectors that was from the young American driver. Brilliant. Filling in at the weekend in IndyCar.
Oh,
Hello, Matthew. Hello,
Hello,
Matthew.
Matthew.
Why'd you have Rich Energy as a sponsor? Because they paid us money, apparently.
They paid
Yet
us
to
a
be
lot of money.
confirmed. Yet to be confirmed.
Yes, yeah.
Push it to the limit.
What lap? 89 laps. Oof.
It's going to be a long one, guys. Stick into it. Pole for Oliver Askew as Gianni celebrates in chat.
There we go. Okay.
Oliver Askew starts on pole with the other American, Carl Kirkwood.
Actually,
the Indy Lights champion.
Know. That's an incredible performance from Kirkwood.
It is, as he is currently last in the championship. Christian Bogle is P3. He was in the championship fight up until his retirement last time out. Braden Eves P4 and Victor Franzoni P5. Joshua Carr P6 and Hunter Yeaney and Benjamin Pedersen completing the fourth row. 9th and 10th and rounding off the top 10 is Stingray Robb and Linus Lundqvist. Importantly, ahead of title rival Logan Sargent. Robert McGuinness is P11, Antonio Serraval is P12, and Logan Sargent is P13. Nearly on the back row next to David Malakas, winner of Road America this weekend. Alex Peroni P15 and Enzo Fittipaldi, the two guys who were competing in the FIA Formula 3 Championship last year, struggling on their first time out at Laguna Seca.
Laguna Seca. Here we go.
We'll ride on board with Pole Sitter. Can he get a strong start? And he's off. It looks like a slow start. Kirkwood's had a flyer and he immediately storms into the lead. Askew's going to fight back. He's gone round the outside and retakes the lead. What a battle in between the first two corners of this race. Logan Sargent has made up a position as he overtakes McGuinness, and Serraval moves up as McGuinness loses 2 positions at the start of this race. Lundqvist maintains his position of P10, so Logan Sargent just has to finish ahead of Linus Lundqvist to guarantee the championship. Oliver Askew now is setting purple. Well, he set a purple in Sector 2 and then it was immediately wiped out by another driver in the field. Not sure because we're not following on board with their track times. But the important thing is he's already built a 1.1 second gap. Sargent is now past Serraval. Lundqvist is in his sights, only about 1.5 seconds up the track to him. It is going to be a cracker, this race in the championship decider. It will be a day of what-ifs for Oliver Askew if he goes on to dominate this race, because no matter what he does, he cannot win the championship here today. But what he can do is make sure that Fanatics Racing Team blitz the Constructors' Championship. And here he is, Logan Sargent. This is the battle for the championship. He is all over the gearbox of Linus Lundqvist. He goes one way. He's trying to get in the draft. And Linus Lundqvist is breaking the draft, aggressively going from left to right. He manages to go into turn 1 still ahead and turn 2. He, in fact, is looking like he's going to make a move up further on the track on some guy who's further up. It's Pedersen in P9. That's the guy. We weren't sure. Sorry, we lost the names on the timing screens and I wasn't too sure on the liveries that we had currently on this. Oh, and it looks like Serraval is fighting back. He is now on the gearbox. As always in this Indy Lights Championship, we have had wheel-to-wheel action all through the pack. And 10th, 11th, 12th and 13th are all in the fight for a top 10 position as it currently stands. But as the standings currently are, Logan Sargent still maintains the championship lead, and Oliver Askew would in fact move up to 2nd place in the championship. Logan Sargent now drops off, and Linus Lundqvist does make that move past Pedersen, and he also gets past Franzoni as he moves up into P8. Now Logan Sargent must make quick work to kind of hang on and make sure he maintains that championship lead. 85 laps remaining here at Laguna Seca. What a season finale we're having. Kirkwood has now dropped down to P3 and Bogle has dropped down to P2. It seems like the two guys who've dropped out of the championship are fighting it out there. But while we have that little run through, we saw it was wheel-to-wheel action between Franzoni, Pedersen and Sargent as he manages to work his way into the top 10, now currently 9th, and Linus Lundqvist ahead on track in P8. Yeaney has dropped down into P7, or he might have started there, I can't entirely remember, and Stingray Robb is in P6. Braden Eves and Carl Kirkwood are fighting it out for 3rd and 4th. But a little bit, Oliver Askew at the moment is doing what Logan Sargent did last time out. He is absolutely blitzing this race so far. 3.7 seconds lead. At the moment, no one has any answer to Oliver Askew. 82 laps remaining. Dun dun. See you later, Gianni. Dun dun.
See you later, Gianni.
Dun dun. Welcome back to the Indy Lights Championship. Don't forget to tune in for the IndyCar race later on today here at Laguna Seca. But right now, we are seeing the stars of the future fight it out. Will some of these names make it to IndyCar? One name that definitely feels like he's going to make it is Logan Sargent. And after a disappointing campaign with Arrow McLaren in his first season in IndyCar, Oliver Askew looks like he's worked his way down to work his way back into a more secure seat in the championship. Though you have to bear in mind he was unlucky. He was driving well for Arrow McLaren up until that crash at the Indy 500 where he suffered a concussion and it affected his rest of the season, and Arrow McLaren decided to replace him with an outgoing from Chip Ganassi, Felix Rosenqvist. But now Oliver Askew, as we said, he currently sits second in the championship. Logan Sargent, his teammate, is first in the championship. And Fanatics Racing are first in the constructors.
Oh!
They said if they win the championships, they will be in the NTT IndyCar Series next season. And so they were. And here we go to the garage as McGuinness has been forced to retire his car. The car sponsored by Rocket has not done him well. Qualified near the back anyway, but his poor weekend and season comes to an end. Linus Lundqvist has now made his way past Stingray Robb, as Logan Sargent now must do the same to keep on the tail. I think for me, Stephen, this has very similar reminiscence of Scott Dixon and Joseph Newgarden in the 2020 season finale at St. Petersburg, where Dixon just followed Newgarden all the way up the pack, kept himself out of trouble, and Stingray Robb, he may have lost the position, but he is not giving it up with ease as they go wheel to wheel through the corners. Remember, any mistake here and it ends Linus Lundqvist's championship title hopes. Logan Sargent now must make his way through Stingray Robb, or has Stingray Robb got something to answer for again? As we look ahead, it looks like Yini and Carr are fighting on track and fighting for position as Carr manages to stay ahead of Yini so far. Sargent is lining up a move. He keeps trying to get in the slipstream. He's going to have to make quick progress as Lundqvist has already made quick progress, taking advantage of that battle up ahead of him. And it looks like he's going to take Carr as well. Yes, he does. So Linus Lundqvist is now up into P5, while championship contender Logan Sargent is in P9. Oliver Askew, meanwhile, like we said, is the class of the field out there today at Laguna Seca. He is now 9.9 seconds ahead, and Logan Sargent does get past Stingray Bob. Yini and Carr. Rob. Stingray.
Bob.
Wow. It's Rob. 74 laps remaining. Carr lost out to Yini. Now looks like he's going to lose out to Logan Sargent, and in fact he does. But the problem for Logan Sargent at the moment is every car that Linus Lundqvist seems to overtake, he then seems to get closer onto the next pack before Logan Sargent can get on his tail again. Can he get in the slipstream? He keeps on getting closer. He is looking like he's going to get past. It has been these two teams who have been the leaders of the championship so far. The Fanatics Racing Team, a new team to the Indy Lights Championship. They said all along that their goal was IndyCar. They thought maybe 2 or 3 seasons it might take in Indy Lights before they achieve their dream. But no, it looks like in their first season in Indy Lights, they're going to push forward and join the NTT IndyCar Series. And it has all been down to this main man here, Logan Sargent. And maybe harsh to say all been down, because Oliver Askew, after missing the first race, was signed after crossing the T's and dotting the I's for Fanatics Racing Team. And after a shaky start with a few retirements that, in fairness, has ruled him out of championship contention, he is now currently sitting P2 in the championship. P3, sorry, as Linus Lundqvist has gone here. But P3 in the championship is still a incredibly impressive result for Oliver Askew considering his start to the season, but he's grown and grown, and the former Indy Lights champion, remember he won beating out Rinus VK in 2019 to the title. He said he was frustrated, he didn't have the funding. Oh, but while now I'm going to stop that trail of thought because Logan Sargent is having a look at Yini. Remember, he's going to work his way up. And that was, he went deep into the corner and lost a lot of time. That has allowed Stingray, not Bob, Rob, onto his back again. But no, Logan Sargent finds some pace, but Stingray Rob is hanging with him. And now, after setting up that move over several laps, he has to do it all over again with Yini. Meanwhile, Lundqvist is looking up at Kirkwood. As they are fighting, but because he is fighting Kirkwood in head, Yini is saying, hang on a minute, I want that 5th place back, Linus Lundqvist, and he is now all over the tail. What a series we have had this year in the Indy Lights Championship. The wheel-to-wheel action has been absolutely superb, and Linus Lundqvist, he's there, he's flying. Oh no, he went deep into the corner and now allows Yini a chance. It is so close, this battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. You can't call it. A lunge on the inside. No! He's going down the main straight. Will he go into turn 1, turn 2? No! He's going to lunge up. Turn 3. Has he got ahead? Linus Lundqvist. Well, it doesn't matter because Carl Kirkwood's going to come into the pits anyway, but he does complete the move and makes it up into P4. Meanwhile, Logan Sargent is still on Yini, but he's having a look. He's having a look down the main straight. Will he make a lunge into turn 1? No, he won't. Lunge into turn 3? No, he won't. It looks like he's going to have to wait another lap. Whoa, Stingray Rob, he's still there. He's going to make a lunge on the inside, and what an overtake by Stingray Rob. Where does this leave the championship standings as it is, Stephen? Oh, it leaves him still there.
There's just 16 points in it now.
Wow, it is crazy. If Logan Sargent doesn't continue to make progress, it does look like Linus Lundqvist isn't out of this championship just yet, but just ahead Stingray Rob after that fantastic move for track position. He will be coming into the pit. The question is, when to pit Logan Sargent? 62 laps remaining. When it comes out next year, will you guys play the F1 Manager game being developed for consoles and PC? Yes!
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, absolutely we will. Sounds good. But currently, Fanatics Racing Teams are the only cars on track not to pit on the soft compound tyre. We have Pedersen still out on track on the medium compound, and Malika still out there on the hard compound tyre, as well as Fittipaldi, now up to 8th after starting 16th, and Serraval, who started outside the top 10 as well, had worked his way into the top 10, but now those guys on the soft tyres are making easy work of him. Logan Sargent is 60 laps remaining, and we have seen the Fanatics Racing crew come out, and there is pit. This is going to be one of the key moments of the race. Any mistakes for Logan Sargent here, and it could really cost him in the race. And we've seen Linus Lundqvist have a clean pit stop. He is flying, although he is flying because he got ahead of Carl Kirkwood in the pit stops. Well, he maintained himself ahead of Carl Kirkwood. Obviously, he overtook there. It is a clean pit stop for Logan Sargent, but he's down in 12th. He is down in 12th. And who's he got here? It's Stingray Rob fighting him. So he has managed to get ahead of him in the pit stop. So going longer did help Logan Sargent. It's helped him to retake that position on Stingray Rob. But a couple of guys on the harder compounds who are causing a little bit of traffic here in Fittipaldi and Serraval, they are on a different strategy, looking to go longer and maybe reduce one of the pit stops in this. But Yini is up ahead. But you have to remember Sargent is a little bit fresher, but Yini's tyres are up temperature. But the fresher tyres look like they've done the job as Logan Sargent gets past Yini on track.
Whoa.
Now he's got to get past Serraval. No! Serraval held him up, and Yini took the advantage. He saw a gap and he lunged for it. And what a fantastic overtake from Yini there. Serraval still maintains ahead of both of them. No, he actually overtakes Fittipaldi, and Sargent now gets past Yini. Kirkwood is up ahead. Oh no, Yini was ahead of Kirkwood, and there you go. I can't keep up with the track so far. There is so much changes of positions here. The question is now Logan Sargent technically is behind Linus Lundqvist on track. Braden Eves and Bogle seems to have gone well, and we've left Oliver Askew out there because his tyre management has been so great. How has he got so much tyre life from that soft tyre in the first stint, as well as setting a pace that just no one could handle with? He's got a 37.5 second advantage over Bogle, and that's even before he's pitted. Crazy from Oliver Askew. What a performance it's been from the young American driver so far. Will it be a clean pit stop? It is a clean pit stop. It's been great for the Fanatics Racing Team pit crew so far, and Oliver Askew pits from the lead and retains the lead and has led every single lap of this Grand Prix at Laguna Seca so far. Logan Sargent in the meantime is now 2-ish seconds behind, 2.5 seconds roughly behind Linus Lundqvist. He's got to close that gap. Linus Lundqvist on the other hand has got to close that gap on Braden Eves as well. And 1 and 2 in the championship you're seeing here, and wow, we're flying. 51 laps remaining. Never seen Indy Lights cards go this quick. Bogle looks like he's comfortably second at the moment. And there he goes! That is the championship. The pressure has got to Linus Lundqvist. He smashes into the fence. He is out of the Grand Prix of Laguna Seca. The young Swedish driver had driven superbly to date in this race, but unfortunately for him, an error, a costly error, sees him into the wall. First of all, we are glad that Linus got out of that crash okay and he was unharmed in it, but he will be devastated, and that means that Oliver Askew is in fact second in the driver standings, second in driver standings. Even if Logan Sargent was to befall the same fate, it would not be enough to send Oliver Askew to the top of the championship. But wow, what a race, what a season it has been for Logan Sargent and for the Fanatics Racing Team. Oliver Askew has a 26.2 second advantage, 26.4. He just extends his advantage with every lap. 43. Boys, last day here at Texas, New York City bound. Oh, nice. Nice sack, nice sack. It's going to be good to go up there. I didn't want to say anything just in case, but I can safely say now that it's looking good for Sargent. Yes, Matthew! It's looking hella good for him. 40 laps to go. He has been the driver of the series so far. And Gini has crashed out. This Laguna Seca track is a difficult technical circuit. Oh, it is. Yeah, Dubai. Yeah, got it. Sorry. I've just realised that it is actually Dubai. But yes, now Sargent has pulled in Braden Eves. He is lining up. Can he get on the podium in his final laps? 37 laps remaining. You have got a back favourite. Tyre life we're getting from our AWS graphics is in favour of Logan Sargent. Remembering he did pit later. Both the Fanatics Racing boys pit later. It's wheel to wheel through the corner. He's got the inside line, and Logan Sargent goes for Braden on the switcheroo. And Logan Sargent, they've exchanged positions 3 times there, but it looks like Logan Sargent has come out on top. Now he has Bogle in his sides. His teammate Oliver Askew will probably be too far out of reach unless something unfortunate befalls Oliver Askew, and we would not obviously wish that on him at all because he has been superb. Bogle pits again. Bogle pits, so Sargent inherits the lead. Second place. Essentially it's the lead because no one else has been in the league of Oliver Askew so far today. He has flown off into the distance. 37.3, 36.9, so Logan Sargent is starting to close, but remember Askew pitted even later than his teammate Sargent, so his tyres are fresher. He can go deeper into the race and he will have fresher rubber at the end. Not that he really needs it because no one has got close to Oliver Askew apart from Cole Kirkwood at the start. He got a better start going into turn 1, took the lead, but Oliver Askew said, "No mate, this is my race," and then hasn't looked back since. Saraval will just round off the top 10 as it currently stands. So Oliver Askew leads Laguna Seca with Logan Sargent in P2. As things stand, your championship leader, and well, as Linus Lundqvist is retired, your confirmed championship winner, the 2021 Indy Lights champion, Logan Sargent. P3 is Bogle, and Pedersen is in P4. Pitted one stop from those mediums onto the hards. So he may be looking to go all the way on the end to those tyres, but it's going to be a tough ask for him to go from there. Logan Sargent pits again, another clean pit stop. Superb, drops him down to P3. So he is still with that fresher rubber. Bogle, with talk from those AWS graphics, has said he is ripped into that rubber really a lot. He is probably going to have to pit again before the end. Crazy for there. But going back to our top 10 round off is Braden Eves in P5, David Malakas in P6, Carl Kirkwood P7. Frustrating for him after starting on the front row in the race, dropping all the way down to 7. Stingray Rob has been involved in a lot of battles in the race so far, but he is currently sitting in P8. Carr in P9, and Peroni, who did start on the back row, has now worked his way up into the top 10. But again, he is going to have to pit again. He'll be expecting to go on to some fresh softs at the end. Franzoni P11, Fittipaldi P12, and Serabao rounding off the current runners in P13. Yini, Lundqvist and McGuinness are the 3 retirements so far, and Lundqvist is that key retirement for the championship. Do you guys think that any of the current IndyCar drivers will one day drive in F1? Pato is the only one I can see having a chance. The rest of them are not a Scooby, just because I don't think they have the connections. Plus, they wouldn't get a seat as competitive as their IndyCar ride, so why would they?
Money.
Yep, that would be it. I think Colton Herter said the only reason he would be to do a couple of years, financially secure himself for his IndyCar career, and then go from there. But 18 laps remaining, 17 laps remaining. Logan Sargent starts to reel in Bogle. Now, obviously, he has run in second place twice so far already today, but none on actual kind of track position. As he hunts down Bogle in these last 16 laps, he'll be hoping for either a mistake from Bogle, who, remember, was in the championship fight up until 2 races ago, where he did make a mistake. He will be just hoping to finish and secure this top 2 position after going, but it looks like it's going to be impossible to defend because Logan Sargent is flying. Bogle's tyres now will be getting to the edge of a cliff. They will certainly be not as fun to drive on as what Logan Sargent's is. AWS graphics have shown Logan Sargent at Fanatics Racing Team have just found a setup that is so kind on their tyres, and it has been all the way through the season as Logan Sargent passes Bogle with ease. It's a Fanatics Racing 1-2, and if that's how it ends in this race, it's kind of fitting because they've been the team of this Indy Lights Championship, the feel-good story of this Indy Lights Championship. We cannot wait to see them in IndyCar next season, and we cannot wait to see their double American racing lineup in IndyCar next season. Both drivers have been fantastic. Both drivers will be there from the first race next season, looking at you, Oliver Askew. And it'll be interesting to see how it will pan out. 10 laps to go. Will there be any interesting changes up in the field? Kirkwood is close to Malakas. He's got a chance of getting close there. In fact, he does. Sorry, that is Oliver Askew on blue flags. Oliver Askew on blue flags. Apologies there. But Kirkwood is in touching range, and Stingray Rob, that fight for 6th, 7th and 8th may be important through there. Pedersen pitted from 4th. He has actually done a fantastic race. Pedersen on the harder compounds, going on to the softer one at the end. Bogle, in fact, did have the pit again. He is finishing the race on the mediums, and he should comfortably complete the podium today. Braden Eves still maybe has a chance of getting P4. And then the top 10 fight, well, it looks like Carr has it secured, as Peroni, Franzoni and Fittipaldi do look out of it. They don't look like they're going to have anything left at the end to catch. It's going to have to be significant from there. So 6th, 7th and 8th, there's still something to fight for. 5th and 4th, and actually it looks like Braden Eves is right on the tail of Pedersen as it currently stands, and Pedersen's tyres may not last. They may struggle. He's got much fresher tyres, Braden Eves, and in fact he does take that position from Pedersen and moves up into P4. Oleraski maintains his 37-second lead. Not often do we see a domination in Indy Lights, but in fact this year we have. It has become the norm in the hands of Oliver Askew and Logan Sargent.
What have we done?
We've ruined the series. Hello, Ewok from Endor.
Here we go.
And here we go. He crosses the line. Checkered flag. Oliver Askew wins in Laguna Seca. Logan Sargent is your 2021 Indy Lights champion, and Fanatics Racing are your team of the season. Well, what a season it has been in the Indy Lights Championship. Heartbreak for Linus Lundqvist. He gave it all he could to try and get that championship until he pushed too hard and ended up crashing out. After that, Logan Sargent knew that even if he crashed out, he knew he would win the championship because he led going into this season finale. But he managed to get the job done, and not only did he get the job done from a poor qualifying position, he managed to work his way up to P2 in the race. Fantastic pit work from the Fanatics Racing Team. Fantastic strategies we've come to expect for them. We cannot wait to see them compete against the likes of Penske, Ganassi and Andretti next season. It is going to be a hell of a year. Will they settle in IndyCar as well as they did in Indy Lights? There are certainly a lot of better drivers to come up against, and that is not to criticise the Indy Lights drivers here, but they are young. They are guys at the start of their career. They are the ones pushing for a chance at the big time. Oliver Askew's had a taste of it already, and now will taste it again with Fanatics Racing. Logan Sargent, he went through the European route. He tried to make his way through up the ladder, but ran out of money in FYF3 and could not progress to the F2. He then moved across to the States to take up Indy Lights, and he has won the championship. I believe that is his first career title as things stand, and he will certainly be hoping that he will secure a senior title with Fanatics Racing Team as they compete in IndyCar.
Oh, yeah.
What a race. Does Red Bull have all the answers to Mercedes this season? So far, it looks like yes.
I'd say 100% no. Portugal and Spain were only a few races ago.
Absolutely. There are still 16 races to go. It's far too early to make anything conclusive. But certainly the last 3 races, Red Bull have been able to get the better of their things. But one thing we've got to say, it's just exciting. It's a championship that's to and froing, and that's what we've wanted in F1.
Look at that, Logan Sargent, 3 race wins, 6 podiums, 2 DNFs. 2021 winner.
In every race that he finished, he podiumed. That is an incredible stat from Logan Sargent.
Oh.
And guys, done is it?
No.
What?
Well, you may as well look at next year's car, right?
Oh, right, yeah.
We can't leave it there.
Yeah, sorry, no, apologies.
Lewis Hamilton wins F1 Championship. Robert Schwartzman wins the F2 World Championship. And Johnny Edgar wins F3.
Hold on, Johnny.
And Will wins IndyCar.
Wheel power.
His second title. Prize money. He won his home race. I swear that's the second race he's won. Okay, we should... what? Okay, maybe we have to let them go before we resign them. You have been offered the opportunity to advance to the next level of motorsport competition.
Woo! Let's do it.
Accept. What? New regulations for Indy in 2022. Removal of the Detroit GP and road tyres.
It's disgusting. How could they get rid of Detroit? Did they at least replace it?
Where's Patrick going to win now?
Texas.
Tell you true. Saving. I just want to see our 2021 car. Wait, do we actually have to do anything? Oh my god, we have to pick stuff. Oh my god. Okay, maybe we do this next time.
Okay, we'll do it next time because we'll sit through it properly. So guys, there we go. We've won the championship. It's been an incredible effort from you, from us, and from Logan and Oliver, and the entirety of Fanatics Racing. You've been along on this journey with us. It's been a superb season. It's been a brilliant season. We've loved every minute of it. And now we can't wait to test ourselves in the NTT IndyCar Series. Wow.
Oh yeah. Next week, next Wednesday, same time, we're going to be building the car and then doing race 1, which I'm not sure where it'll be.
It'll be somewhere.
It'll be somewhere.
And it'll be special. Because it'll be our first race in IndyCar. Yeah. Okay. And on that note, thanks guys. Brilliant stream. We won.
We won. We absolutely smashed the finale.
We actually did something really well for once, and that's a change.
I was getting horrible flashbacks to
the F1 Championship and blowing it with Charles Leclerc
in the final race.
But we didn't do it. See you next week, Matthew. Thanks for joining in.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Ewok. Thanks, everyone else who may be out there or who has been here.
Is there anybody out there? See you later, guys. Have a brilliant one. Have a great rest of your week and enjoy the Austrian Grand Prix this weekend.
Yes. Loving it.
Bye.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Bloody hell. We don't
You
end
F1
every
fans.
video with bye.
Okay. So for now, UF1 fans, keep racing!